And you know, we were talking about this yesterday. While the index did see a massive recovery from the session lows, it's the FI sell figure once again.
But I think yesterday would be because of Aberdeen selling HDFC
Perhaps,
MC.
yeah. Perhaps
We're looking at that number, but you can't look at it because the block deal also has some
Yeah.
FI buying and FI selling. Look, for me, the first number is that FI is upsold for last 2 days. And FI is upsold, and have we seen any kind of a large collateral damage to the Nifty? Look, the sell figure is a very large sell figure, yesterday's sell figure and Monday's sell figure. Look at that sell number. But what happened to the market? The market yet, despite that sell figure, started flat, closed almost at the highest point of the day. You add the number up, it's about 3,000 crore. And 3,000 crore is a fat number by foreign institutional investors. So while everybody is aware of the importance of FI buying and the fact that it's the liquidity sugar rush which has really taken this market higher, I think from a market standpoint, just like one swallow is not summer always, I would say you have to wait for a couple of days to understand the trend here. It may be that we may be nearing some kind of a pause in the FI buying momentum, but for that to affect the market mood, you'll have to wait for some more days. So let's discuss it when it happens, because 2 days could be there could be a compulsion here, there could be profit booking, there could be some fund who's looking at cutting India weightage, who's looking at taking some risk off the table. So I will not read too much into it in terms of an FI number. But what I would, in a sense, flag off again is the unique activity in the mid and the small cap space. Block deals, HNI activity, the desire to now go down the ladder, how this market is now turning rocks and corners and the oceans and the seas to find some treasure. So the treasure hunting truly has started in this market, and it is very, very evident. And that's the market you really want to stay focused on. I think if FI selling intensifies, if it is $1 billion out in suddenly 2-3 days, let's discuss the macros then. But I think it's too early to say that it's trend. Right now, if I say that FIs have reversed, then I would be whistling in the dark.
Well, yeah, but yeah, the thing that you pointed out, the broader market is something which has been outperforming massively. In fact, if you look at the last 22 sessions, it's only 2 sessions that we saw that the mid-cap and the small-cap index ended in the red. But barring that, we have seen a great momentum when it comes to mid-cap. Of course, the mid-cap 100 is sitting at record high levels, and the small-cap index too has been scaling fresh, 52-week highs on an everyday basis. But the other big thing that we are talking about is Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States. Of course, apart from the yoga celebrations, he's also meeting a whole host of experts from different fields, right from culture to economics to what's happening with respect to the global markets as well. That's the big story that we are tracking at this point of time. He, of course, got the grand welcome in the United States in his first state meeting. From today till the 24th, he will visit the top bosses of US Inc. and policymakers, including a state dinner, bilateral talks with President Joe Biden, and an address to the joint session of the US Congress. And it couldn't have started on a better note. Remember, Prime Minister Modi met with Elon Musk yesterday, who was only praises for the Prime Minister. He said he's a big fan of Prime Minister Modi, and I quote, PM Modi really wants to do the right things for India, unquote. He added that he will plan a visit to India again next year and is looking forward to bringing Starlink to India. Modi also met with Indian diaspora billionaire investor Ray Dalio, who said that India has enormous potential. Listen in to what they had to say.
Well, I'm actually incredibly excited about the future of India. I think India has more promise than any large country in the world. He really cares about India because he's pushing us to make significant investments in India, which it is something that we intend to do, and we're just trying to figure out the right timing. In a nutshell, it was a fantastic meeting with the Prime Minister, and I like him quite a lot. He visited our Fremont factory several years ago, and so we've now known each other for a while.
Prime Minister Modi is a man whose time has come at the time that India's time has come. The potential of India is enormous, and you have now a reformer, a radical reformer, who has the ability to transform it and the popularity to transform it. So I think India and Prime Minister Modi are at a juncture in which there's going to create a tremendous opportunity, tremendous changes in India that are going to be really startling.
So if you are planning to trade today, there are two things you need to monitor. One, FIs have sold in last 2 days, but that has not broken the back of the market, which is very important for us to flag off. Second, on an intraday basis yesterday, we've come close. We've come close despite that big sell number by foreign institutional investors. The overnight indicators are again strong and favorable, while SGX may tell you, maybe indicating that it could be a pushback. But frankly, you know, there is one way that we can get extremely obsessed with the ring and with that print of an all-time high, and that is not happening. Why is that not happening? Why bank stocks are not going higher? Why Reliance is not going higher? That's one approach that we can focus on that. Second approach is you say, okay, I'm not going to be too much. I will not be guided by only a Reliance, a move in Reliance or a HDFC Bank or what happens to Nifty. Let me hunt opportunities here. And I think there are a plethora of opportunities. Hospital stocks have made a comeback. Defense stocks are holding on. Railway stocks are looking up. Manufacturing spaces seems to be galloping very, very strongly. So my sense and my advice and my submission here would be ignore the large cap space. Ignore those 4-5 stocks which are not going anywhere. Because if you're obsessed with those stocks, obsessed with those 4-5 names, then you're missing on what really could be called as a very vibrant mid and the small cap space.